Up next on Live It Up, we are having such a great time. With us now is our guest, Mike Jason. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We've been talking so much about traveling, about music, about Cape May, about things that make us happy in life. How did you decide to get involved in what you do today?
About 8 or 9 years ago, I was working with Time Life, I still do, and we thought people love the music. They don't like it so much on discs anymore.
Okay.
We're selling less and less discs. So we said, what could replace that? We thought, well, what about a themed experience? And then we thought cruises. Great environment, people come together, and so we knew nothing more than that, and we decided to go into the themed music cruise business. And our first cruise was the Malt Shop Memories, which we're now in our 10th year. And this is late 50s, early 60s music. And you cannot believe the waiting list that we have for people to relive the nostalgia of their youth. The music, the fashions, the movies, the TV shows, they're with people their own age. They're up all night, probably much later than they do at home, but it's a great environment, so it's a lot of fun. We're now on our 7th cruise. We're going to launch our 7th cruise in a couple of weeks, and it's just thrilling. It's been great.
And what is the theme? It's all 50s and 60s. You do a variety of different things, though, right? You do country, you do all different types of things.
Everyone's different. We try to cater to your nostalgia. So we do Malt Shop Memories, late 50s, early 60s. We do Flower Power, which is fun. It's late 60s.
Groovy.
A little whiff of the hippie generation, love generation. We do Soul Train, which is fantastic, the highest energy cruise that we do. We do country, which is wonderful. The music's great. We do 70s, so we call it the Rock and Romance Cruise, and people enjoy that as well. And we're going to launch disco, so that's our new.
Really?
We're going to do a disco cruise next. So
I got this moved down. I'm ready for that one.
And the platform shoes and everything else. So we're gonna have fun. But it's an interesting phenomenon because at 7 in the morning the cruise ship gets in, and the prior week all those guests get off, and so we only have about 3 or 4 hours to make that ship look and feel like the late 60s.
Wow.
So we bring in lava lamps and beads and outfits. We dress the crew in outfits, so they're greeting you as you come on board. And we have to build stages, and so by 11 o'clock the party starts, and we don't stop until we bring people back. It's less of a vacation than a great, fun, lively experience.
And people are falling in love on these cruises. People are meeting new people. There are engagements that are happening. There's like wedding vows that are being taking place. All kinds of things that are happening.
3 engagements. We've had 1 wedding, and we've had countless people renew vows. We do a vow renewal as well. But it's a special moments that we have that it's hard to describe. One year I met 2 women. They had both lost their husbands, booked the cruise, lost their husbands, decided to go together. And weren't sure, and we're on the fence and decided to go. And their great interest in life was to meet Charlie Pride, the great country star. And they had missed the autograph session. And I met them in the bar, and I said, listen, I'm having dinner with them tonight. Why don't you join us? So they came in, they joined us. He took pictures with them. And so they turned an experience of kind of certainly being down, loss of your spouse, into something that they can celebrate together. And they come back every year. And so it's a wonderful story, and this happens all the time on board. It's that kind of environment.
Now you're kind of like a concierge type of position is what you have. You've been in the music industry for a long time, right? Started out, you said, working at RCA and doing all types of things. And now what you do is you kind of put all the pieces together, if I'm correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I started out in the hotel business.
Okay.
So I spent 5 years with Intercontinental Hotels, which was a great business, and you know, dealing with guests and whatnot. And then I moved into the music business, and I spent 20 years there working with RCA Records and Dave Matthews and Clint Black and Martina McBride, and we had Whitney Houston. It was a fantastic time. And so now I've kind of taken the entertainment business and the hospitality business and put them together. So we bring in 125 artists.
Wow.
We bring 6 trucks of equipment, staging, lighting, everything else. We bring in a staff of 50 of our own people, plus the ship people. We have 2,000 guests, and when we sail off into the sunset that first night, you really, it's such a thrill, no matter how many times we do it, and we've done it 25 times, to see these people having a great time. And they struggle to get there. We have an older demographic. wheelchairs and oxygen, and not all of them, but people struggle to get there. And I give them credit for the flights down and getting on board. But once they're on board, they have a great time.
And that dream vacation, too, that they've been saving their coupon money for, that they've been putting in the mug on their dining room table. You know, you're making wishes and dreams come true. You really are facilitating that for a lot of people all across America.
A lot of times
beautiful.
It's an anniversary,
Yeah.
So it's a special time for them. And now what's happened is they've formed bonds with each other. So they come back to meet each other every single year. I'll tell a funny story. One year I had some extra cabins, and I tried to move some people to a better cabin. Said, for free, it's gratis on me.
Right.
Wouldn't do it, wouldn't do it, wouldn't do it. Finally, the last person, I said, I don't understand. I'm giving you a better cabin, not asking for anything. They said, well, we'd never leave our neighborhood. The Smiths are next door from Chicago. The Joneses from California. We decorate our door. We're in each other's rooms, in and out, like college dorms. And so it struck me that they've created neighborhoods on board, which is just unbelievable.
That's lovely.
7 days, so it's really wonderful.
And they bring new neighbors in and give them apple pie,
Bring
right?
their children in, you know, and their aunts and uncles, and so it's multi-generational sometimes, but mostly adults.
Did you ever think when you were a little boy that this would be your life growing up?
Never.
Is this something you envisioned?
No.
No? What did you think you were going to
Yeah,
grow
I
up to
like
be?
to travel.
Okay.
And so traveling was always something that interested me. And so now I have a chance to travel and entertain at the same time. And so we enjoy people. We enjoy the music. We take all year to pick the music and pick what venue people should go into, and create certain jam sessions and things you might not see if you tried to get tickets. And we try to get the artist interacting with the guests in a meet and greet or photo opportunity. So we're creating more than just concerts. It's kind of an all-immersive experience on board.
Beautiful.
And the artists go to the gym with you in the morning, so you'll see them working out. They're on the buffet line, and so that, I think, is... And the guests they're older, they're adults, so the artists and the guests often have a lot in common. Mm-hmm. Children, grandchildren, you know, all kinds of life things.
So it's accessibility, experiences, it's memories.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, when are we cruising next? Let's
March
go.
3rd to 8th, I'd like to invite you to join me as my guest. So you could come, you could interview all the artists on board, and you can get to experience it personally.
I was joking, but Mike, thank you. And I would be there. Absolutely.
Great.
Please come live it up with us. If you haven't been on a cruise before, maybe this will be your first entree to do something, but how fun would it be? Please join us, and thanks for watching Live It Up.